Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday, guys. I am here to do your weekly forecast. And yeah, just chat with you for a moment as usual, see how everybody's doing, how everybody's feeling today. If you're new to me, welcome. Hey, Southern RN, congratulations, girl, on passing your boards. I remember preparing for nursing boards when I finished nursing school, and that ain't no joke, y'all. First of all, nursing school is hard. It's not to be taken lightly. But then, after you've done that, after you've graduated, then you have to take boards, which is 3 times as hard. I remember prepping for months for that test, and like just a sigh of relief when I got licensed as an RN. So big ups to you. I just found out about that right before we went live. So congratulations, Southern RN, and welcome to the nursing field. Nursing's been very good to me. I've been a nurse for either 13 years or 14 years. I can't remember. It's been a while. But it's been very good to me. It's opened up a lot of doors. I've helped a lot of people. It's a very rewarding job. So yay! Congrats, girl. Anyways. Welcome everybody. Hey Lubu, what's up? From South Africa, Sharon. That's cool. I love to know where you guys are at. So feel free to share with me your location. It's always interesting to me to see where my viewership is. Although I do get an analytics report from YouTube every month that kind of tells me about my audience and where they're at and all that good stuff. So, but it's good to hear it. So, as you guys know, in my last live, I said I'm gonna hit 50,000. I just know it. I just know I'm gonna bring in the new year. Sorry, I had to sage for a second. Also, I got this dress on Stitch Fix. It's cute, right? I love Stitch Fix. Anyways, wow, my ADD is kicking this morning. So the last time I went live, I said, I just know I'm going to hit 50,000, and I hit it. Yay, 50,000 subscribers. That's awesome. This time last year, I was so, not new to tarot. I've been doing it for a long time, but new to YouTube. And so 50,000 in a year is pretty good, I'd say. So thank you guys. Thank you. It really made my New Year's really special. I appreciate all the love and support. If you're new to me, welcome. I think I grew a couple thousand just since my last weekend live. So if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for giving me your time and attention and for subscribing. I appreciate it. Loving it. Yeah, so we're in the new year now. What can we expect in the new year? Well, let me tell you something. The collective energies for all of the zodiac signs for 2020 is pretty damn intense, I'm not going to lie. And particularly if you're an Aquarius, which I am, or Gemini, this is going to be a very interesting year. Some shadow work going on in the first quarter of the year thanks to the astrological placements for all zodiac signs. I know, not what you want to hear, but it's a necessary part of life, right? Releasing and purging and facing some cold, hard truths, right? Hey, Candace Moon. So, yeah, interesting energies. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of vibes we get out in the weekly reads. Also, check out the January reads. Thank you for becoming a member, Chandra. Appreciate it. Oh, yes, you can subscribe for free, and please do if you haven't. But also now I'm offering private memberships. And after I go live today, I plan on going live just for my members, and I'm going to do some quick readings for people who show up in the chat, and I pick a card. So if you don't want to miss that, then you can become a member as well. Anyways, Sidetracked again. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. I know. I guess it wasn't that important. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I think I got your name wrong. It's Candace. Sorry. My sister's name is Candace. Yeah, so I'm just going to chat with you guys while I get the cards ready. If you don't like this portion and you're watching the replay, you can click the timestamps in the comment section below and fast forward. If you're watching this live and you don't want to listen to the chat portion, just come back in about 7 minutes or so. And yeah. So you like my laugh? Thank you. It's me. I don't know. I can't change my laugh. I used to be really embarrassed about my laugh because it's so loud. But I've gotten used to it. But thank you. I'm glad you like it. So, let me talk to you guys about what I got on Christmas. Okay, I didn't get this, but my son got it from Santa Claus. And I've had more fun with this thing than my son has. And it's a hoverboard. Does anybody else have a hoverboard? Oh my God, they're so fun. At first, like when I first got, and I'm like a big kid at heart, so I'm probably too old to be playing on this thing. But at first when he got it, I was like, I'm not getting on that because I'm going to fall flat on my face. I just know it. But then they convinced me to get on it. And now I won't get off the thing. Like I'm hoverboarding through, in my driveway, hoverboarding through my house. Like why walk when you have a hoverboard? It's it's so fun. It's like roller skating. I love roller skating. I don't know. You don't think you could do it, Southern Ryan? You could do it. You could do it. It's so fun. Yeah, so I've spent more time on it than that poor baby has, but I need to give it to him. You want to know what else I asked for Christmas to give you an idea of? I feel like I can be a very mature person, and I am most of the time. I try to do what's right. I try to be emotionally mature in situations, but there's this little kid in me. There's just this teeny little kid in me that I cannot help but to entertain. So one of the things I asked for Christmas this year was an original Nintendo. I didn't want like a new version of it or like an app. I wanted an original Nintendo. You know, with the ones you stick the discs in. Thank you for becoming a member, Tracy. Appreciate you. Yeah, because I wanted to play the original Super Mario Brothers and Kirby and all the original OG like Nintendo games, and I got it for Christmas. And last night I was playing Kirby, and I haven't played Kirby. Oh my God, I was probably like 8 years old. And I felt like I was 8 again because I'm like, even the original Nintendo controller, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. It was my favorite gift that I've gotten this year. Nothing like reliving your childhood. I don't know. I can help it. Anyways. So we're about 8 minutes in. I'll go ahead and get started get started with our readings. The January reads were you versus them. The mid-Januaries will be more of the traditional spread where I do a general and then I do the person you're dealing with if you want to hear that piece. And I got a really great response from you versus them, which I started my channel doing that spread. And then I kind of went backwards a little bit. So a lot of you messaged me and commented or emailed me and said, please don't stop doing the you versus them. So I was only going to do it for January. But because of such a positive response, what I think I'll do is I do 2 sets of readings every month anyways. I do the monthly and then the mid-month check-in. So one of the 2, I will keep you versus them, and I'll do the traditional spread for the other one. So that way you get a variety. How about that? We'll try that out, see how it works. But yes, thank you. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't know if Carmen's going to be able to make it today. One of my moderators, do you mind time stamping? I didn't see Carmen in here. Thank you for purchasing a membership, Sharon. Appreciate you. Oh, Carmen, you are here. Hey, girl. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you had a good New Year's. You know what? Okay, one more thing, and then I'm going to start because I'm at 10 minutes. I watch other YouTubers, not just tarot. I mean, I love YouTube. I'm a YouTube fan, period. Because it's raw, and most of us are entrepreneurs on here. So we're not being paid to say certain things. Some of us are. But you know what I'm saying? It's authentic. So I love YouTube. But I do notice, like, there's some other channels. Almost all channels have moderators. But it seems like some of the channels, they just randomly pick people to be their moderators. And I'm here to tell you, my moderators have been with me for pretty much this whole experience. And I genuinely care about all of them. And I'm very choosy about who I let be a moderator because I want this page to feel like a friend circle, like a family. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to say thank you to my moderators. Because when I go live, I feel a connection with my viewers. Even if you're not a moderator, I feel a connection with you. A lot of you guys show up week after week after week, even if you're not a moderator, but you've stuck with me. And I appreciate that because honestly, authentic connections mean more to me than having, inauthentic followers. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Okay, now let's get started. Thank you for upgrading your membership, Pam. Appreciate you. Wildflower, I'm probably not the reader for you. Bye. As I say, like, I want authentic, and then I get that. If you think I talk too much, I'm not the reader for you. Either you connect with me or you don't, okay? And if you don't, no offense, like, good for you. Just find someone you do. All right. All right. So Aries, let's go ahead and start with ya. So I'm going to use, Carmen, you bought me these and I still can't remember the name of them. Thank you for purchasing a membership. Peace, love. I'm sorry. Hold on. Why don't you make your own channel, do what you want, and keep it real over there. There's a difference between keeping it real and being cruel. You love me talking? Thank you. Okay, Arcanium, that's right. Okay, so we're going to do the Arcanium. I saged my cards, shuffled them, so we're ready. And let's go for it. Aries. Aries. All right. So Aries, overall energy is the Two of Wands and the Devil here. So this is all about breaking those chains that bind you, okay? Like the Devil in this deck is one of my favorites. So this is all about breaking free of that Devil energy. It's all about reinforcing your freedom and moving forward and making progress. If you had been stuck at a crossroads, if you had been stuck in a toxic situation, thank you for the $4.99, Shireen. Thank you for becoming a member, Angela. Appreciate you guys. Sorry, Aries. Then if you had been stuck at a crossroads, okay, or in toxic situations with a toxic person, negative thinking, whatever this is for you, there's progress and movement forward out of that. There is an assertion of your freedom here. So I really like that energy for you, Aries. So if you're literally dealing with a Capricorn, There's progress there. All right. That's if you're literally dealing with the Capricorn. So let's see what the moon energy is here. As I say, it's time to assert your freedom. What do you get? The Scorpio energy out. And it says time to release negativity. Well, that's what I was just saying, Aries. So I like when the cards reaffirm what I already picked up on. So yeah, this is going to be a week of releasing that. Now, the full moon that we have coming up on the 10th is going to help with that as we go into January. Lots of things going on astrologically this upcoming month. And so this will be a good time period to start that progress of release, okay? Whether that is, like I said, a way of thinking, a person, a career, whatever this is for you. And then you have trine, which is going with the flow. So Aries, this is all about harmony. And it's only going to benefit you to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been holding on, if you've been stuck, if you've been feeling stagnant in your past energy, this is like releasing. And then when you release, it opens the energy up. Okay. You might feel more energy this week than maybe you've had in a while. You might, find more enjoyment in just the simple things going on in your life than maybe you had been able to access, finding joy in the present moment, because you're being supported by the universe this week to be able to do that. And it's a push in a positive way to get you in a more progressive type of vibe, right? It's all about harmony this week. I like this, Aries. Okay. I really like that. King of Wands here, Four of Swords, yeah. Nothing says go with the flow like this card, right? This is like, come what may, I know who the F I am, whether you're male or female, this is your energy. It's a very dominant energy, very creative energy. It's very action-oriented, but at the same time, you have peace of mind. And it might have been a really long time since you had that peace of mind. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like if you had been uncertain about which direction to go, or you are Aries, then your answer is you go where the peace of mind is. All right. So if you're in a situation, relationship, job, whatever, that takes away, that steals away that peace of mind, then you're resisting the flow. Okay. So go with where your mind could be at ease, right? And let me tell you, in a true, authentic relationship, friendship, whatever, connection, in a true, authentic connection, things just flow naturally. You know how you want to know how you know if you're with a karmic partner? Nothing flows. It's nothing but barriers, obstacles, conflict, arguments, like nothing flows. It's like there's always one thing after another. And it may not even be things like that. It could just be like the timing is off or this is off. And as I say that, it was the devil's at the bottom of the deck. Nothing flows. And a lot of people ignore that. And they think, well, if I just try it this way, or if I just do this, or if I just say it this way, then it will flow. But actually, when the universe is saying to you, it's not working because it's not supposed to work for you, because there's something better. When things flow, when conversations flow, when you're on the same page, it's the right time, things are easy, that's when you have a healthy, dynamic relationship, friendship, connection. All right, so I feel that message for you, Aries, with the Nine of Cups here. This is feeling emotionally satisfied. Look at this girl. She's like, yes, queen or king if you're the guy, if you're a male. Oh, now I have a song in my head. Who says if you disagree, you are not me? Who made you king of everything? I probably got the words wrong. I think it's called King of Everything. So yeah, that's the vibes I'm feeling for you, Aries, this upcoming week. It looks good. Take action. It's having peace of mind, you know. I love this. And emotional satisfaction. I'm almost afraid to clarify it, but of course I will. It's the King of Wands. Yeah, Eight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Upright. This is your energy as well. Let me tell you, if you're a female Aries, you ain't nothing to be effed with this week. You're very powerful in your energy, very dominating type of presence here. It's like, I know my worth, you know. Eight of Cups is walking away from that of which doesn't serve you. That's what I just said. Of that of which doesn't serve you. And then going into the Empress energy. Listen, whether you're an Aries female or a male, you look pretty good. You're in the upright. This is knowing your worth. This is patiently going with the flow, knowing that all things that you wait for you. All things that you ask for you. It's called law of attraction. It's knowing that you have all you need, and exercising that patience of knowing that what's for you will come to you naturally, with ease, without a fight, without temptation, without resistance. Okay. That's how you know. So, you certainly could be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I have Taurus highlighted, Scorpio highlighted, Capricorn highlighted. Small possibility of air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So those could be placements in your chart, or the person you're dealing with, or simply just the energy surrounding you this upcoming week. So, sorry. I couldn't, I forgot if I had put my Wi-Fi on. So that's Aries. It looks good, Aries. And I was looking over the astrological influences for Aries. Actually, I was looking at it for all the zodiac signs. And January looked like a pretty good month for Aries. So I think overall the month will be somewhat career focused as well, okay? But it looked good. Thank you, Monica. Taurus. This room, I didn't want to go live in this room because I chased the sun the whole time, but I can already feel it. Taurus. You know what song's been in my head all weekend? It's by The Weeknd. I don't know the name of it. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I don't know why. But I can't get that song out of my head. I mean, I love The Weeknd. But interesting. So it just popped into my mind again. Taurus, that might be your energy. And as I say that, you get the overall vibes of the King of Pentacles, which is you. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy here, whether you're male or female. It's all about generosity. And then the full moon in Leo could have that in your chart or be dealing with one. If not, it's just the energy influencing you this week. And it's all about being confident but not being prideful. You know, knowing where you stand and being generous with your time and energy, but also not being boastful. Do you know what I'm saying? So I like this vibe for you, Taurus, but it will be important for you not to let ego get in your way during this upcoming weekend. Let's see why that is. Now you have Aries energy. Some of you might be on the cusp of Taurus and Aries. So this is all about like It's a very fiery vibe, Taurus, for you being an earth sign. So some of you definitely have fire in your chart, but this is a very assertive energy. It's like knowing what you want. It's like being on a mission. It's boss mode. But like I said, it can also be somewhat of an ego-driven energy, and it can create like an impulsive, argumentative type of vibe around you. So be careful with that for sure. That could be you, or you could be dealing with someone like that. Some of you are being overly generous to a fire sign, and they got a big ego, you know, so you might be stroking that ego actually, or they want you to do that for some of you, okay, particularly if you're dealing with fire. So we'll see what that's about. We will see. Oops. So now you have the King of Swords out. Wow, that's a dominating vibes. I think this is going to be a collective energy, to be honest with you, with the King of Swords here. Let's see what that's about. Whoa. So here's the King of Pentacles again. This is your energy. All right. Again, a lot of masculine vibes here. Okay, so whether you're male or female, you are going to be very, very, very assertive during this time frame. Now, some of you might be dealing with a male that's like that, and if you are, I have a caution here, but woo! Then the Five of Wands, the Death card, and the Nine of Swords. Holy crap, that took a turn. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. I'm going to have to break this down into male and female because there's two very distinct messages here. Let's start with the men. If you're a Taurus male, you need to calm that ego down just for a moment, okay? Don't be mad at me. But I'm telling you, you are being too abrasive, you know, or it's like, be careful. Like, don't let the competitive vibe go, okay? If you have a competitive vibe, you might be being too impulsive, you know, letting your pride get in the way this week, and that needs to come to an end because it's going to actually create conflict and anxiety for you, not for the person you're dealing with, for you. All right, now, so Taurus men, this is a really strong message here, okay? It's going to be important for you to keep it grounded, to be generous, you know, with your time and energy, but not like overly boastful with it. Yeah. Taurus females. I feel like you might have quite a bit going on this upcoming week. All right, you might be dealing with a male that can be, you know, emotionally detached, but also very generous with their time and energy. So I feel like this person might be have a combination of earth, air, and fire somewhere in their chart, and or they just kind of go back and forth between like kind of wanting to be right, but then being like, all right, you know, letting that guard down for a moment, and then at the same time wanting to be competitive again, or what, you know, there's conflict here, and it's like that needs to come to an end. Okay. There might be some changes going on. I need to clarify this. Whether you're male or female, I think that, you know, just keep your cool about you, okay? Because if you let yourself get into an argument or some sort of conflict this upcoming week, it's going to end up making you feel anxious. It's going to end a situation, and although that may be what you want, you know, putting an end to that, it still at the same time puts you in your head. So there's a caution there for sure. Let me see. Some of you females have two men here. You know, you might have an air sign and an earth sign here that are competing, maybe for you. And it's gassing up your ego, which is, you know, Not a bad thing, but at the same time, it's actually going to give you some sort of negative karma here if you if you entertain. Okay, like that needs to come to an end. The Queen of Wands. What the heck, Taurus? Nine of Swords. Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups. I feel like I need a breather for you, Taurus, right now. Like, what in the heck? So, like I said, there's a couple different scenarios here. The overall vibe, Taurus, is, be smart with your decision making this upcoming week. Stay grounded with it. If this is a work thing and there's like competition or conflict within the work arena, it's like saying, you know what, just don't let your pride get in the way, continue to take the higher road. And by doing that, you will end this situation, right? Like by not feeding it, it can't get into your psyche, it can't get into your head, and you'll be able to tap into the 10 of Cups energy, which is feeling emotionally fulfilled with where you're at. If on the other hand you engage, you let your pride get the best of you, you become competitive or argumentative back, then it changes the energy here and it puts you in your head, anxious, not able to tap into the 10 of Cups. So it's like, which direction do you want it to go, Taurus? It's totally up to you. And honestly, that applies to love too. So if it's a competitive vibe, like within the love arena, wanting to be right, or this tug of war here going on, is going to change the situation, but not in a positive way. It's going to it's like someone here wants to win the battle, but they lose the war. That's the caution for you, Taurus. It's like, don't let a quick win make you think that you won the whole thing, or vice versa. Your cross watcher may need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So that often happens when we let pride get in our way. We say shit we don't mean. We tell someone we don't care when we care, or we quit a job that we actually really liked because in the moment our pride was hurt. So it's like, don't do that this week, please. That's a big caution. And or you're dealing with someone like that, and then that's a caution for your cross watcher, right? Because I do feel like the situation is going to change based on your approach and your reaction to it. Yeah. So I could keep going on this one, but I forget what Taurus's January read was about, actually. I think it was titled Let 'Em Cry, and I had that song by Hootie and the Blowfish in my head. Let her cry. Scorpio energy here could be definitely dealing with fire, Aries in particular, but can be Leo, Sag. Leo is highlighted as well. Could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay. What do I have? Some naughty people in the chat. 243 in here though. Cool. Let me check out my chat real quick and take a small break and move my table because I'm in the sun. Feel so far from you guys. Hold on a second. Oops. Okay. That's better. Now I can see you better. All right. Oh, Christopher. You're so funny. Okay. Okay. Better. So let me check the chat real quick. Man, I have a lot of trolls in here today. Why? Thank you. But also, 99% of you are so sweet. So I'm not going to give attention to the 1%, but I just want to make sure everything's good. Okay. All right. So we're looking good. Okay. So Gemini. Gemini. You're welcome. Thank you for the compliment. Gemini, you have the King of Wands here, which is all about leadership. Okay, you could be dealing with a fire sign, or you could have that somewhere in your chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type of energy here. This is like getting your creative juices flowing, Gemini, wanting to take action. You might be a little bit more extroverted this week than you have been feeling, which, Gemini, I think that you being the communicator of the Zodiac, that is right in your comfort zone, honestly. Now, then you have, some of you are on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini, because now you have don't let pride get in your way, which Taurus just had, and this is Leo energy. Okay, so some of you definitely dealing with fire, but can be any zodiac sign or placements in your own chart. So similar reading to Taurus is like, you know, first of all, assert yourself and know your worth, Gemini. Second of all, there's a difference between knowing your worth and being egotistical, okay, people? Because I feel like there's a fine line there where people would definitely cross into the more ego-driven, like, look at me type of energy. And with the Leo vibes here, it is all about attention seeking or looking at, like, look at me type of vibe. So don't let yourself go into that. Like, true confidence is silent. You know what I'm saying? Like, true, you know, yeah, that's what I meant. True confidence speaks for itself. All right, and then you have Sagittarius energy here, which is the Voyager. So lots of fire, Gemini. If you have fire placements in your chart, this will be especially true for you. This is all about being independent, philosophical. This is confidence at its best. It's being extroverted. It's going for what you want. It's happy-go-lucky. It's adventurous. Putting yourself out there. If you haven't been doing that, this is the week to do it, Gemini. You know, so I think some of you might even have some travel on the brain, or if not, you're encouraged to, like I said, get out there. So let's see. I have a Rihanna song stuck in my head now. Must be love on the brain that's got me feeling this way. It's a good song. 10 of Cups. King of Swords. Holy cow. King of Pentacles. Some of you, you're dealing with a Taurus. Even though I have all fire here, you have that somewhere in your chart. Because they had almost all these same cards come out. And I shuffled it, right? Let me shuffle it again. So here's that 10 of Cups, which is kind of a family-oriented vibe. You may be finding some happiness or comfort within your home, your family dynamic, your friendship circle this week, or you're being encouraged to surround yourself with your social circle, be a little bit more extroverted, kind of go out there and, get yourself moving. You know, with the King of Swords energy, I feel like Gemini, this is air energy, so more than likely you, this person is very, very certain about what they want and who they are, and I feel that's your energy, being a little bit more grounded, a little bit more practical, but yet keeping that unbridled air energy that only Gemini can bring. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's see. We have the Eight of Cups here. The World card. And the Nine of Swords. Okay. Why would you walk away from something that makes you very happy? Some of you had to walk away in order to connect with your happiness, you know, or needing to leave old emotions in the past. And it could be with someone that was in your social circle, someone that you had the Ten of Cups with, that you felt emotional fulfillment with, you know. I feel like there's a cycle completing this week, Gemini, things coming to a close here, being more grounded externally. You might also appear grounded, but I do feel like the Nine of Swords is here, so definitely something on the brain. Must be love on the brain. That's the song that came to mind. So if that is the case, Gemini, it is blocking this action-oriented energy because you can't put into action what you can't focus on. Do you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes when we get all up in our heads and you know, when you get stuck there, you can't focus enough on the day-to-day at hand to actually push energy forward. All right, so that's a caution here if that's you. Now, some of you, you're dealing with someone here, could definitely be a fire sign, but I have air and earth as well, and water. And there may be something that is being walked away from this week, you know, because you know that chapter has to close in order for you to be more grounded, but at the same time, it's got you stuck in your head. This is saying, don't let ego get in your way. Don't let pride get in your way. If you're dealing with a fire sign in particular, I feel like this person's pride often gets in their way. And it creates cycles within this dynamic. Okay. And even when they're being more grounded, maybe, or when they're trying to give their time and energy, it's still somewhat, I don't know. It's like to get you in your head or something. Or they get in your head. But not like in a good way. Not like in, oh, I want to think about this person all day because I love them. It's more like, you know. That's my acting skills. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't know. If this is work, there might be some stress here for sure that impedes with you being able to connect with your emotional happiness. But this is encouraging you to go for it, to put yourself out there anyways, and blow this energy out of the water. Because don't forget, Gemini, you have free will. You know, so no matter what the cards say, if you change your mind in 10 minutes tomorrow, then you change the energy, right? Okay, so nothing's set in stone. So this is saying, you know, take the risk. Don't be self-righteous about it. Don't be egotistical about it, but put yourself out there and be confident in who you are. I'm sweating. I'm not trying to keep playing with my hair, but I'm sweating right now. Like I said, I have Leo, Sagittarius here. Could be Aries, could be Taurus for sure. Capricorn, Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Small possibility of water. Cancer. Thank you, Sharon. I'm glad you like my voice. I've always loved singing, but I've never really done anything with it just because, I don't know. I just haven't. You know, and I think a part of it, Sharon, is that I grew up in a very small town, and I just knew that I would never have access to anything to be able to get my name out there to sing. You know, or I had it made up in my mind, like, people from my town don't become anything, you know. That's not true, though. I recognize that now. But that was my thinking when I was younger. That's why I didn't put myself out there. So I'm going to take a drink, C's, and then we're going to go to Cancer. I know, now I'm on YouTube. Who thought? Maybe I'll do something with it. We'll see. Cancer. Cancer, you have the Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups here, which is a very... Some of you were overly generous in the situation you shouldn't have been overly generous in, okay? Because generosity is followed by sadness in this energy here. So be careful what you're lending your time and your energy to, okay? Because there could be regrets in what you've invested into, whether that's love or career, doesn't really matter. So I'm definitely going to clarify that, see what it's about. You have Aquarius energy here. Some of you might be dealing with an Aquarius, and or have that in your chart, or it's just the energy influencing you. This is all about being experimental, being in your social circle. It's kind of an eccentric vibe. It is seeing outside of the box, most definitely, but it's also can be a very emotionally detached vibe, okay? So that's why I was saying, if you've been giving time and energy to someone that's emotionally attached, particularly in Aquarius, there may be regrets there on your side and or on this person's side, or you might be dealing with someone that is going through like melancholy. I don't feel it's depression. I feel it's like a melancholy state, or this could be your energy feeling that way. So what's up with that? Let's see. So this says you're very close to achieving your goal. Interesting. Okay. So there could very well be two distinct different things going on here, where you are putting time and energy maybe into your home or your career, your finances, and if so, that looks good. Okay, so I feel like if there's sadness here, it's either someone you're dealing with or it's in the love department. I feel like this is two totally different energies here. So let's see. Cancer. Seven of Cups, the Lovers. Ooh. Oh, wow. Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, and Justice. Let me show you the cards, guys. Well, that took a turn, didn't it? Cancer. Now, listen, first of all, I have noticed as a collective energy, we have been all over the map lately. I've seen reunions and then breakups, like like I feel like all over my social media, my Facebook friends, like it's been very weird, you know, scrolling through Facebook lately. All the extrovertedness and extraness that's going on right now, and I feel like a lot of people are like going through like relationship issues during this time. But I say all that to say you're not alone, Cancer, if that's what's going on. So I do feel there's confusion here about a decision that hurts you. You know, the Three of Swords is here. You know, it's like your choice. It was your choice. That's the thing that hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like you chose to put time and energy into this situation or this person, or like give them the benefit of the doubt, and it ended up hurting you. And it's like, where is my karma? Where is my due justice? Like I was being generous here. All right, I was putting the work in, and then instead of getting what I wanted, things got heavy instead. And that doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem fair. And like I said, Cancer, if this isn't your energy, it could be someone you're dealing with that they feel like a situation is unfair, that it's heavy, that it was confusing. There might have been other people involved here, and it resulted in someone getting their feelings hurt at the least, at the minimum. At the maximum, this is like very, very hurt, you know, like grief. So Three of Swords here. King of Swords, Six of Swords. Is the King of Swords going to show up in everybody's reading? So I feel like, Cancer, if you're dealing with an air sign, they have the ability to detach like no other, and that just destroys you, honestly, because you're a water sign. You don't understand that. It feels like they don't care. And it kind of leaves you feeling heavy. Now, I feel like this person does this as a way of coping. I don't think it's that they don't care. I think that that's the way they cope. They emotionally distance themselves. And that's really true of any air sign. That's generally the way air signs cope. But I feel like there's more than meets the eye here for sure. If you're not dealing with an air sign, then I feel like this could possibly be you emotionally detaching, moving forward, maybe after a period of not being certain of which direction to go. And now it's like, okay, I know, but it's going to hurt to move forward, but I'm going to do it anyways because I know. And it's going to be heavy and it's going to take a lot of work, but it's also the right thing to do. And you know it. Your intuition knows it. All right. This is an intense read for Cancer. I feel like the energy is intense, period. For all the zodiac signs. This is saying, you know, you might have been trying to put time and energy and be more generous to self. And so this is encouraging you to continue to do that. You're very close to achieving your goals there. Don't let this situation here, this person, whatever this is for you, throw you off of that. Because there might be a disruption here. All right. Some of you are definitely dealing with Aquarius. Could be Libra. I have Libra here, and Gemini. For others, it's Pisces, possibly. Could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Earth. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Leo. This is the predominant signs I'm seeing. That is Cancer. Ooh, Cancer. Oh, I have a song in my head for you. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. I don't know who sings that. And I can't think of it. I don't know who sings that. Is it Tupac? Yeah, it's the hook line to Tupac. I know that's not the original author of that song, though. First of all, love Tupac. And you know what? Tupac was a Cancer. So that makes perfect sense. Interesting. All right. Leo. Leo, you have justice here. Okay. This is all about keeping your integrity in place, doing the right thing, making sure that you're on the right side of karma, so karma don't come around and bite you. Oh, I got another song in my head. I think it's Tom Petty. No. Don't you come around here anymore. I don't know who sings that. I'll come back to it. Some of you are on the cusp of Cancer, have Cancer in your chart, or dealing with one, because first of all, Cancer had this in their reading, and then here's the energy of Cancer. For others of you, it's just the influencing vibes this week. This is all about your feelings, your emotions. It's kind of a nostalgic mode. It's also a very protective mode. You might be very protective of self, or protective of your feelings, protective of someone you love, etc. It can be somewhat of a moody vibe, so definitely watch that. And it can be also an introverted vibe, okay? On the positive side, it's very family, social circle oriented, so I do like that. Ooh, and then you got the new moon energy. So it says a new start is coming. Nice. And karma's here. Things are being balanced this week, okay? Might be a little bit in your feels this week, but also your intuition is going to be really heightened, I feel, Leo. So certainly pay attention to that. I like that the new moon is here. It's like new, fresh energy coming through. So a lot of you have needed that for a while. Okay. Let's see. Leo. Ooh. Tupac is not a Gemini, I don't think. Is he? If he is, he's on the cusp. Maybe he is a Gemini. I was thinking Cancer or Gemini. Oh, maybe you're right. I don't know. Anyways, so I don't read the chat because I get sidetracked. Leo, you have the devil out. Great. So some of you might be getting justice in a situation that it was toxic, quite literally. You know, karma's here. The Page of Wands. That's that new start. Leo, if you had been feeling in the devil energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you had been entertaining, your darker side, and we all have a dark element to us. That's what makes us human, or been wrapped up in negative thinking or addictions or whatever this is for you, or a toxic person for some of you. Karma is here this week. So what that means to me is you're either going to be on the right side or the wrong side. Either way, justice is going to be served this week. And either way, you're going to get new, fresh energy out of it. So keep your integrity in place. That's going to be so important because you want this new start to be something you want. You want it to be something that you could trailblaze with. and needing to release whatever this devil energy is here. So let's see what it is. The devil. Three of Swords. Goodness gracious. The Wheel. What's the Wheel? Page of Swords. What's the Page of Wands? Knight of Cups. Give me 1 second. My nose is really itchy. Sorry. I don't mean to leave mid-reading, but my nose was bothering me. All right, better now. So this is intense, Leo. Okay, so if you had been, ruminating or feeling attached to something that hurt you or a person that hurt you or wanting to, like, having difficulty overcoming that, okay, it's kind of similar to, I think, to Gemini's message, which is like, what you give attention to, what you lend your energy to is what you're going to pull into you. All right, so that's what karmic energy is all about. It's like, you can say what you want, you can do what you want, but if your brain ain't right, if your brain is somewhere else, that's what you're going to pull into you, because your thoughts are powerful. They're very powerful. And I see, that vibe here. The Page of Swords is also, to me, my stalker card. Some of you have a stalker, or you might be doing that, okay? But not all of you. For others of you, it's like trust issues. That's all it is. And, if you have had someone be manipulative or like a toxic dynamic here, then you have reason to have trust issues, right? Because this person has done this, or the situation has come around more than once in your life, whether it's a same cycle with the same person, or it's like the same cycle but a different person each time, but it's like the same BS. You know what I'm saying? And that may have created some trust issues here. But here's the thing. Here's the new beginning, okay, on the tail end of this week here. There is new energy coming through, and a Knight of Cups, which is moving forward, giving an offer of love, okay, or receiving an offer of love, or, taking your emotions and letting it fuel a new beginning for you rather than tear you down. So on an energetic level, this is like, you're going to let that heartache, you're going to let that emotion bring you backwards? Because if so, karma can make that happen for you. Or you're going to let that emotions drive you forward and get balance there, because karma will help you do that. It's really on your plate, but I will tell you, energetically, be careful of the seeds you sow in January, because whatever you give your time and attention to in January, you're going to feel the repercussions of all the way through December, okay? And of course, Leo, this could be someone you're dealing with, or it could be you. You might have been the toxic one that created trust issues, and now you're trying to have a new beginning and offer love here, and communicate, okay? So it could be vice versa. I'm going to get one card on the Devil and the Three of Swords. Five of Cups in the reverse. So I think for a lot of you, you're leaving that energy behind, okay? It's like, I've learned what I needed to learn from that situation, and now it's time to move forward, and the energy is going to allow that release for a lot of you. It's like you can only feel that pain so many times before you don't need to feel it anymore, or it's served its purpose, okay? So now it's like coming out of that. And the song lyric that I got from Tom Petty was, "Don't come around here no more." I think that's a Tom Petty song. you know, so you might be telling someone don't come around here anymore, or you might be telling your toxic thinking or whatever this is, don't come around here no more, you know. Interesting vibes here. This could really be a career that you need to let go of. It could be a toxic person, love, or it could just be a mindset. It's simply a mindset, you know, that's being let go of. The good news is there's lots of new, fresh energy here this upcoming week. So, an emotional satisfaction. Yeah. Okay, Leo. So, don't get in your own way here. You got a new beginning here, an opening up in love, and emotional satisfaction, attention. Okay, but gotta get past the whatever this is, trust issues for some of you, being stuck in your head, lies, straight out deceit for some of you. Spying, stalking, that type of behavior's gotta go. Or that person's gotta go. All right, so definitely could be dealing with Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. Could be Aquarius, Gemini. Could be another Leo, Aries, or Sag, or water, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Okay. Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, you have the Knight of Swords here. Drama, drama for your mama. Leave it in the past. You know what I'm saying? That's what this card represents in this deck is drama, you know, needing to avoid that. It could be also new communication coming through this week or some sort of movement forward here. So let's see. And then Mars. Ooh, yeah. Be careful of any drama this week, for sure. Okay. Because Mars being highlighted is all about your impulses, your desires, you know, competing, anger. And it's a very potent energy here. Now, you can channel that in a positive direction, which is all about letting it fuel your willpower, giving you motivation to push forward, being more of a leader, you know, having that thirst to do better. Some of you may be working on your health during this time, or this would be a good week to start any New Year's resolutions if working out or exercising was one of the things that you wanted to start here. So, yeah. Let's see. Then you have conclusions are within reach. Okay. So going to be coming to some decisions this upcoming week, coming to some conclusions here. You know, it might be after you get some communication here, and like I said, or it might be after a little bit of drama that you finally come to the conclusion that you needed to come to a long time ago. So let's see. The Devil. Okay, seriously? Some of you might be on the cusp of Leo, or dealing with a Leo. Let's see. The Tower. 8 of Pentacles. The Tower. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Well, let me tell you this, Virgo. If you're going to have the Tower show up, it's nice that it shows up with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So similar to what Leo's reading was about, it's like, don't let your self get in your own way, especially if you have any codependencies, addictions, negative thinking, etc. All the things that the devil can represent, all right? I feel like that will only create more drama in your life if you entertain that energy, if you entertain that person, if it's a person for you. And you really need to focus on self this upcoming week, career for some of you, or health, okay? So this is working on something. This is building something with the Eight of Pentacles here. You see, he's working on a trade there. And that's your energy. There's definitely going to be changes. You know, the Tower is unavoidable change, okay? Some of you are changing locations, literally. Others of you, this is like, it can be an unstabling energy, but this, I feel, is actually going to bring you more stability. So whatever this change is that's coming here, I feel like it opens up, you know, you emotionally to a new beginning here. And like I said, sometimes drama, sometimes when things fall apart, it results in a clearing of things that we don't need anymore. And so that may be what you're going through, experiencing this week. And you're letting it drive you to have more willpower, to be stronger, to fight back, you know. I don't mean like start conflict. I mean like letting it rev your motor up to motivate yourself, okay? I'm definitely going to see what the Tower is here. The World card. Yeah. So, this is to me success. Successfully overcoming, I feel. And if you remember, the overall energy was your conclusion is within reach, okay? So even if there are changes, shocking events, any of that going on around you, I feel like if you continue to focus on yourself, your health, your well-being, your wealth, for some of you, you'll be successful in overcoming that. And then there's another new opportunity here. For some of you, this could be a new beginning in love. For others of you, this is like an apologetic energy, okay? So I might be getting an olive branch. What's this? Page of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So I feel like the energy is encouraging you to be more independent, Virgo. Okay. It's important that you contain yourself this week. I don't know how else to say that. You know, avoid any temptations this week. Avoid going into negative thinking, addictions for some of you, because it will absolutely reverse this energy. All right. So, also, if you had somebody in your life that is very toxic, is unstable, that you go in cycles with, and you've been working on yourself, and this person tries to offer an olive branch or like some sort of new beginning here, this is saying you need to assert your independence and respectfully decline, because actually it will end up making you feel left out in the cold again, needing to start over if you entertain that. So caution there for those of you who are dealing with a toxic person, or Capricorn in particular, Scorpio as well, but it can be any zodiac sign. All right. So like I said, could be dealing with Capricorn, Scorpio, another earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces energy here, Aries energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. All right. Libra. Libra. I'm gonna shuffle these again just to be sure. I feel like I keep getting similar or same energies out here. So give me 1 second, Libra. Okay. Libra. You have the King of Cups here. Could be dealing with a water sign. Have that in your chart, or it's just the energy influencing you this week. It's all about commitments, where we put our emotions, being emotionally mature, taking the higher road, being in tune with our emotions, being in tune with our intuition as well. And then you have complexity here, which is all about being a bit puzzled, being a bit mystified. You might have, be a bit puzzled with where someone's emotions truly lie or where your emotions truly lie. It's a complicated energy. Now all of a sudden I want to sneeze. It definitely makes you curious, Libra, because I do feel like you may be trying to figure out where someone's emotions lie. And I have the song Love the Way You Lie in my head. Love the way you lie. I think it's Eminem. It's a very transformative energy, okay? It's got me scratching my head, that's for sure. So let's see. Yep, I was getting ready to say this kind of feels like Scorpio energy. Some of you dealing with a Scorpio. And then as I say that, I get the Scorpio card. But not all of you. But this is working through your fears. Okay, so some of you have a fear of commitment, honestly. Or if you've been wondering like why someone behaves the way they do and you're dealing with a water sign in particular, it's because they have commitment issues, point blank period, For others of you, this is just simply working through your fear of not really knowing and being okay with that, all right? And being emotionally mature with that. So, let's see. Libra. Ace of Wands. The Judgment card. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So, Libra. This is actually very positive. So, here's the thing. I feel like, does it matter? Does it matter if you can figure out someone's intentions? No. And here's the thing, too, that I feel here. Social media is extremely toxic in the fact of that people read between the lines. Somebody posts a song or they post a meme, and all of a sudden, you catch yourself reading into it, or someone's doing that to you, and we're about 30% authentic online for the most part, most people. Most of it's BS, okay? And I'm giving you this as an example. Now, some of you actually have been doing this, or somebody's been doing this to you, because it's the example that popped to mind, but it is just an example. And it's like, it kind of has you, it's this energy of reading between the lines. And what this is saying to you is, who cares? Because if it doesn't really matter what's going on between the lines. It doesn't matter what subconsciously is happening or what this person's thinking. What matters is what they do. What matters is what they say to you, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of a blunt energy here. And I feel like your creative juices are flowing. Some decisions to be made this week, and feeling confident in who you are and being independent. And when you're confident and you're independent, Libra, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. The only people that care about what other people are doing are not satisfied in their own life. and they got too much damn time on their hands. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're satisfied and living your own life, you don't have time to read between the lines. You don't have time to think it, you know, like, oh, what do they really mean? You know, because it's like, did they say it to my face? Did they act on it? If the answer is no, I don't care, you know? And I feel this is your energy, Libra. This is your vibe this week, okay? Or you're being encouraged to see it that way. All right, and it's an emotionally mature approach in that it's, you know, yeah, making decisions off of the information you tangibly have, and not the information you think you have, you know? So let's see. Ace of Wands energy here. I'm gonna have to move back again because I'm in the sun again. Ace of Wands. Yeah, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Swords. Oh, Lord. The Nine of Pentacles. What's this? The Emperor. Yeah, Libra. I don't know why my nose is bothering me today. I can't stop touching it. I'm sorry. It itches. And I know some people think that's like a psychic twitch, but not for me. I don't get itchy. Some people do. I don't. It just genuinely itches. Mine is all audio, like my ears will ring. You know, stuff like that. Anyways, the Hanged Man is getting a different perspective. All right. It's seeing things from a different point of view. And I feel like that's what's happening. It's like you're seeing it for what it is, right? And making a decision to end things, okay? Or end that thought cycle, or, you know, it's like calling it as you see it, correct? And asserting what? Your confidence, your independence, putting yourself back into the control, feeling more in control of your own life, your own destiny, because that's what it's all about. You can't control your own life when you're busy in other people's business, right? Or are they you? This is all about controlling that and putting the focus on self, right? So there is, you know, you might be making some decisions that make other people feel like you're not, it may hurt their feelings, but you're doing it because it's in your highest good, okay? So if you are making the call to let dead dogs lie this week, it could, you know, hurt other people's feelings. But again, are you living other people's lives, or are you living your life? Take control. So could be dealing with Aries, could be dealing with Scorpio, another Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, could be Cancer, Pisces, could be Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus here. This is what I'm predominantly feeling. Cancer is here. All right. Let me back up before I start on Scorpio. This is why I don't go live in this room, because the light chases me. So that's better. Scorpio. Okay. Let's try it now. Scorpio, the Wheel of Fortune here. All about destiny and karma this week. Okay, divine timing at hand this week. It's an interesting energy to get. You know what? Like all of the zodiac signs are getting karma this week. So it's a collective energy, right? Whatever you put out, you're going to be getting, I feel. Could be good or bad, just depends. You know what side you're on. Third house of perception here. So this is all about speech and thoughts, your surroundings, being more social, the cycles of life, but also this is about social media. So some of you are linked to a Libra or have Libra in your chart because that is exactly what the Libra reading was about. And then now I have Leo energy here. It says, don't let pride get in your way. So I feel like Scorpio, similar message as, like I said, to Libras. And if you have Libra in your chart or dealing with one, check out the reading I just did for them. Rewind. But regardless, whether you do or not, it's the same message here where it's like, don't be fooled by social media, Scorpio, or, stop reading between the lines. Like if they haven't said it directly to you, if there has been no action there, then that's what it is. And you got to leave it at that, right? Same thing like for your cross watcher. If, same message, like if you got to take it for face value, right? It's all about actions and not words and not reading between the lines. That type of vibe here, Scorpio. Don't let pride get in your way this week, okay? So don't let ego dictate your decisions this week, okay? Like, choose happiness over being right. Yeah. There's a lot of, like, air type of vibes here, and this card also talks about thoughts and discussions. Okay, so we'll see what that's about. Two of Pentacles. Where's you, Scorpio? Death card upright. King of Swords. The Magician. Two of Swords. So, my hair's sticking up. Anyways, so I feel like the Two of Pentacles is kind of vacillation. It's like going back and forth. Do I put my time and energy here? Do I put my time and energy here? You might have been juggling a lot, okay? I do feel like your energy's in the upright, and this is speaking of changes, major changes and shifts, okay? I feel like with karma here, that's karma's balancing out this week. King of Swords energy. I feel this is you, but it could be someone you're dealing with. It's kind of a stoic vibe to some degree, Scorpio. It is most definitely not really letting your guard down, okay? It is a very analytical, thought-driven, conscious type of vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? And I felt that with earlier when I was talking about speech and thoughts. So King of Swords energy here. Sorry if you guys hear something. My dog just came in. She just opened the door. Hey, Daisy. What are you doing? I know you guys can't see her. She's... Go sit down. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, and then the Magician here, Two of Swords. So, the Magician is the ability to manifest. And you know what? I know one of my moderators is a Scorpio, and usually I would not call it out because this is a general reading. It's not for her. But look at this. I never noticed that. Do you see that? That is the symbol for the medical world. And I know she just passed her boards. So I just noticed. I've never seen that before. That's just for Southern RN. For the rest of you, this is the ability to manifest. But what do you want to manifest? Because some of you are getting ready to manifest a fear. because you're kind of closed off, or you're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition is telling you something, it's been telling you something, but you keep letting pride or ego get in the way, and it's changing your perception. Reading between the lines is changing your perception. And this energy is saying, like, listen, stop that, you know? It's like, be blunt, right? That type of vibe here. So I'll clarify a few of these. Yeah, Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups. That's the Magician. Queen of Wands. That's Two of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay. So, Scorpio. Wow. All right. So if you had felt an ending or felt that you were betrayed in the past, that needs to close out. Okay, that needs to come to an end. You need to release that, okay, or you are releasing that this week. There's still confusion here, especially if you're dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Like, there's still confusion surrounding this person. And you may be trying to read between the lines. That was the Libra energy for their read. As to, like, you're reading too far between the lines, that it's actually confusing the situation here, okay? And I don't have to pull another card on that. I don't know what that's about. If you're not dealing with someone else or an air sign in particular, then this is being confused in what decisions, like what your next decision is, okay? So something came to an end. Now you're not really sure what you want to manifest. But I do feel that you're ready to take action, okay? So you're ready to make progress on your goals. Just don't let pride get in your way, okay? And then I don't like the Page of Swords over the Two of Swords here, Scorpio. So it is... you got trust issues or what? I don't know how else to say this to you. I got that song in my head. I got issues, but you got them too. So give them all to me and I'll give mine to you. Somebody's got trust issues, especially if you're dealing with an air sign. You know. There could be, to me, the Page of Swords is also like the social media vibe. This is like your social media stalker. That could be your energy doing that. It could be someone else doing that to you. You know, it can be different for all of you, but you know which one you're in. And it's not being able to see between the lines. It's not being able to see the truth. And you want to know why? Because the energy is saying stop reading between the lines. If it wasn't flat out said to you, it wasn't for you, you know, or same thing for your cross watcher, you know, if that's what it is, right? So I want to know what the Seven of Cups is, and then I'm going to move forward here. We're going to leave it there in a minute. Seven of Cups. Five of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Okay. So if you want to know, if you've been wondering, okay, what someone's underlying intention was, what are they truly feeling? Well, they truly feel remorse. They truly feel loss, regret, but also not willing to put their defenses down. Also not willing to take action on it. Okay, so now you don't have to read between the lines because I already done told you it. And or if you're the cross watcher and you've been wondering like what your Scorpio is thinking, there it is. Same message. Regret, remorse, loss, on the defense, waiting for the energy to change, not willing to take action. Same thing. Because there's trust issues here. All right. There is going to be some changes though in that situation, in that dynamic. Okay, you don't have the magician here for nothing. Some of you have manifested a new partner here, particularly if it's a fire sign. Or you might have a very manipulative fire sign surrounding the situation, or you are manipulating a fire sign for a few of you. And they don't see it. All right? So that's on the more negative end. For others of you, this is simply creating and tapping into your creative energy, putting things that need to come to an end, getting rid of this confusing energy. If you know, be blunt in your speech. If you got something to say, it's all about discussions this upcoming week, then that's the time, you know, and release this whatever this trust issue thing is going on. Okay. And if it's a person that has trust issues with you, then release them. You know, I don't know. So zodiac signs you could be dealing with: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, obviously. But I also had Leo and another Scorpio, possibly. Pisces, Cancer. Libra had a very similar reading. Could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Aries. All right. So, my dog opened my door. Wow, I have 321 in here. Cool. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, y'all. My thumbs up are disproportionate to how many people I have in here. What's up with that? Anyways, my dog opened my door, so just give me one moment because I need to go close my door now. So, and if you're interested in seeing my puppy, I'll put her on camera at the end. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Well, I think she's a puppy. She's not. She's 5. She's 5 years old, but in my mind, she's still a puppy. Don't judge me. Thank you, KH. I love you too. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the 3 of Cups and the Empress. Nice. Okay, so this is all about celebrations in this deck. The 3 of Cups represents celebrations. It also is talking about abundance, being patient, being in a very mothering energy. Some of you are literally mothers, and you're really tapping into that motherly part of you during this upcoming week, okay? For others of you, it's just like being patient with the energy, knowing that good things are to come, you know, in the future, okay, but celebrating how far you come thus far, celebrating where you're currently at. Some of you are patiently waiting on a reconciliation here, okay? So going to be different for each of you, or that could be someone else's energy waiting for you. Then you have Jupiter here, which is all about expansion, okay? So this is a very enthusiastic energy. It's a very optimistic energy. It's a very generous energy. I love this, Sagittarius. It's like going outside of your comfort zone, travel maybe possibly this week, but it's exploring new ideas, new ways of thinking, tapping into potentials maybe you didn't know you had. It's a very expansive vibe, right? It's meant to open your energy, open your vibes up. So Scorpio energy here. Now, some of you may be on the cusp or dealing with a Scorpio. Man, between the King of Swords and the Scorpio energy, they showed up in like everybody's zodiac sign. What's up with that? Um, this is working through your fears, okay? And being patient with yourself, okay? Being patient with the situation and understanding that when you do this shadow work, when you work through what you fear the most, you come out more abundant than you could have ever dreamed possible because it expands your soul. When we go through things in life, it expands our awareness of who we are because we're constantly learning who we are, through our experiences, through how we handle things, and growing and building off of that. Like, you are creating your personality, your ego, as you go through the stages of life, right? And this is just another step, okay? Eight of Wands. Six of Cups, Four of Cups. Okay, so some of you are definitely getting communication from someone from the past. Absolutely certain. Okay. Or you're going to be communicating with the past, a person from the past, someone you've known since childhood maybe, someone you have a lot of memories with. These are just examples. Some of you with your actual children that have been maybe an emotionally distant. I feel like Sagittarius, this energy, regardless of what situation you're in, you might have tried to emotionally detach yourself from thinking on that or waiting for that. So it's like, for some of you, you've been waiting for someone to return your calls or return your text or return to you. And the very energy of waiting is what stopped that from happening. And then when you let go of that energy, you start focusing on yourself. You emotionally detach from needing that validation, communication, whatever this is for you. Then it comes in, boom, because that's how law of attraction works. When you're in a waiting energy, you're essentially telling the universe, I want to wait. Think of it very literal. If you say, I am waiting to have this, then you get that. You get more waiting. When you say, I don't care whether it comes in or not, I am happy in the present moment, then you get being happy in the present moment. It's actually very simple, but it's also very tricky to change your thought pattern that way. So the simple act of being present in the present moment, not waiting for anything, not slowing down your energy, not putting things on hold, not sitting by the phone, taking part in your life, knowing that by doing that, by detaching yourself from that, it expands the energy and it hastens it, right? Ten of Swords, Page of Cups, yup. So this is the release. This is that working through the fears. You might have trouble sleeping this week. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? You might have some very prophetic dreams as well, so pay attention to that. There's messages coming to you, whether psychically or in your dreams, intuitively, and it might bother you, but at the same time, it's pushing you to work through that energy, okay? But I feel like at night this will be highlighted most definitely this week. And then here's a new emotional beginning here, Page of Cups. This is that emotional innocence. That's emotional innocence that we only have as children. So in a couple of ways this could work out. All right, in a literal sense, is you definitely might get communication from someone from the past that hurts you, and they may be apologizing. And there's a reconciliation here. And you stopped waiting for this. So it's kind of surprising, I feel. But you're going to work through it. Okay? Whatever that means. For others of you, this is just simply talking about talking, talking about your past, processing that, letting yourself have moments of isolation when you need that. Don't fear. Some of you are, like I said, working through some of your deepest, darkest fears. It can be scary. But this is saying, be patient here, because there's new energy coming through. Okay, so what is the Six of Cups? Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. What's the Four of Cups? Whoa! Four of Cups is Justice, Hierophant. 10 of Cups. So, Sagittarius. There's going to be justice brought to the situation here. Take the higher road. You have a lot of love around you. Okay. There's going to be time and energy here. Someone might be trying to offer you their time and energy, and you might be a little bit emotionally detached here because you're trying to find balance. You're trying to do the right thing. Some of you are seeking spiritual guidance, and it is helping you to reconnect with the things that make you happy. What's the Nine of Swords? Five of Cups. Holy crap. But there is, some of you have insomnia. Some of you might get very in your emotions, particularly at night this week. But allow yourself to process that. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to push it down. Don't try to cover it up with substances. Let yourself feel it. There's a new energy here. So Page of Cups. All right. Knight of Swords. Yes. Communication. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Listen, if you had somebody that you have past history with, that there was some sort of ending or betrayal with, that person is sorry. They're going to communicate they're sorry. They want to talk about it. I feel, or you are. Or, needing to talk about it. Some of you need to go to counseling with this problem, with this person, with this issue. Might be seeking that this week. Gaining balance over the situation and reconnecting with your happiness. This is intense, Sagittarius, but it's good intense. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Could be dealing with, like I said, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, yeah, Cancer, any of the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. All right. So, that was intense, Sagittarius. Capricorn. Capricorn, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Capricorn. Happy birthday to you. My little niece, Ava, had her 8th birthday yesterday. She's a Capricorn. She's so sweet. You know what she wanted to do for her birthday? She wanted to go to Olive Garden. How cute is that? And my middle son is going to be 12 on the 11th, which is next Saturday, and he wants to go to Dave & Buster's for his birthday. so that's what we'll be doing. Which is cool with me because I like video games. Capricorn. Capricorn, you have a Page of Swords here and then the King of Pentacles energy. All right, this is your energy there. Careful of any gossip this week. I don't like the Page of Swords. It keeps showing up in the readings. You know, be careful what you lend your time and energy to. Be careful that, you know, who you're speaking with, because not everybody is out for your highest good. Keep that in mind. I'm not saying walk around paranoid. I'm saying use your discernment. Capricorn, you might have an energy here of like not wanting to give any time or energy to people that love to talk about other people, you know, and we know, like, one of my favorite sayings, and I'll definitely get it wrong because I always get sayings wrong, is like, you know, basically people who don't have their own goals, their own life, they just spend time talking about other people because they ain't got nothing going on in their own life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the most toxic vibe you could be around. So some of you are distancing yourself from that energy, and or if you're the one doing it, then wake up call. You need to place that energy in yourself as opposed to worrying about what other people are doing, you know. But I feel like most of you are placing a distance there because it brings in bad energy, and people gossip for a variety of reasons. One, they're bored. Two, usually it's because it makes them feel better about themselves. You know, like, oh, did you hear this and this is going on? You know, I didn't even know that, you know, like that type of vibe. And it's because simply it just makes them feel like, wow, they got all that going on. I guess I'm not doing so bad, you know. It's an insecurity thing, okay? So I feel like you will be separating yourself from that, or you're being encouraged to separate yourself from that, like water cooler gossip stuff. And then it's all about the flow, Capricorn. It's all about harmony and, you know, going with the flow and being supportive, you in that. So taking the higher road is being supported here. This also talks about gifts. Some of you might be getting gifts. Well, it is your birthday season, so I hope you're getting some gifts. But it also talks about gifts from the universe, you know, maybe finding a lucky penny, or, you know, hearing the song that you've been waiting to hear for so long. The universe always gifts us with many, many things that we don't pay attention to and we take for granted. So pay attention to your universal gifts this upcoming week. Oops. Oh, and then you have the full moon in Gemini. And it says the answers you need are coming. So if you had been looking for answers, you might actually hear it through a person who heard it through another person. But let me tell you there, be cautious, because every time the story gets told, it gets twisted, right? So if you need some answers this week, it's best to get it directly from the source, okay, as opposed to other means, online, other people, all right? Because also there's a drama type of vibe here if you lend your energy to it. Four of Wands, Temperance, Five of Pentacles. Woo, back in there. The Emperor. Whoa, okay. Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Star. Wow, some of you might be on the cusp of Aquarius or have that in your chart, or Sagittarius is here as well. I didn't mean to get this many cards out, so Four of Wands, Temperance, Five of Pentacles. Oops. So I feel like, yeah, the Four of Wands to me is like your social circle, but also it highlights the home and finding peace within that. Okay, and making sure that your social circle is small and tight. You know what I'm saying? That sounded bad, but you know what I mean? Like, um, you know, it's all about friendship. So I feel like that friendship is highlighted here. There is a sense here of maybe like an introversion type of vibe of working on self, working on your health for some of you, working on your home this upcoming week. All right. I feel like you want to be in control here and overcome, you know, any difficulties you've been going through. There's success here. And I feel like what the success is in successfully healing things that you didn't think that you could heal from. And one of the things I think that you didn't think you could truly do is be vulnerable or open up. Or you never thought maybe someone else would do that. But I see that there is the star energy here. There is most definitely healing vibes, but also reaching for your goals, reaching for the stars, and being successful in it. And who cares what the naysayers got to say, Capricorn? Sometimes when you do good, it creates gossip. They say, you know, you're not successful unless you have haters. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know one famous person on earth that 100% of the world loves. Not one. No matter how lovable they are, there's always someone that doesn't like that person, and that's fine. You know, take like Ellen DeGeneres into as an example. Now, personally, I think Ellen is one of the most kindest people that's famous, you know, and I just adore her, love her. I can't imagine how you could hate her because there's not a hateful bone in her body. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that don't like her. You know, because you can't please everyone. Some people don't like her because of her life choices. Personally, I don't care what life choices you make. I ain't living your life. As long as you're not harming other people, then we're good. But that's an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never going to be loved by all. Okay? And all that matters is that the people you keep in your social circle love you and that you can trust. And then the people that are over here gossiping, and I do see that's going on, and I saw that in your January reading that there was an envious person there, so I see it again, then you need to just simply ignore that situation here. And this person might like show fake love to you, you know, and now I have the Drake song in my head. She's good to me. Got fake people showing fake love to me. You know, then it's best to just leave them out in the cold. You know? Sorry. Right? Because I think that was the title of the Capricorn reading. So that makes sense. Yeah. So that's what I'm feeling for you. This looks like a good week. It's a good week to reach for your goals, okay? For some of you, you have some health goals. So some things you want to do for your health that I think you'll be successful in. For others of you, this could be career and or relationships. Yeah. So it could be dealing with Sagittarius or Aquarius, obviously. Gemini. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, water, Pisces in particular. It can be Scorpio or Cancer. Sorry, just checking the chat. Then we're going to go to Aquarius. I just finished Capricorn. It's so funny that the Capricorn reading was about like having you're not successful until you have haters, and then I would have a troll come in, and Capricorn falls in my career sector of my chart, so it's very interesting. And I had someone come in the chat, acted a fool. Thank you. Take that as a compliment. You just made my ego bigger. Joke's on you. I'm such a jerk. Sarcasm at its best. Anyways. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. Whoa! Shot out of the deck. All right. Aquarius, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about dedication in this deck. To me, the Eight of Pentacles is a very positive energy in that it is building up your finances for some of you. For others of you, it is being dedicated to making sure your obligations are taken care of, making sure that you are being dutiful in your time and energy, and building up, working with that energy. So it's a nice vibe here. Let's see. And then you have Aries energy here. Could that have that in your chart, be dealing with one, or it's just the influencing vibes this week? It's all about, self-start, entrepreneurship, being daring, being assertive, being on a mission, being the boss. It's kind of a sparkly energy, you know. I don't know how to describe like sparkly energy, but that's the word that came to mind. It is all about being courageous and being yourself, okay? Now, the obvious downfall here is that you could let it go into kind of an impulsive vibe, a competitive energy, or a selfish energy. So be really, really cautious of letting it go there. Aquarius, you want to keep it on the higher end. It's kind of exhilarating. I like this. And then full moon in Sagittarius, could have that in your chart, or be dealing with one for some of you. For the rest of you, like I said, it's just the energy here. So this is all about seeing the bigger picture, okay? And dedicating yourself to things, people, and places that give you back what you put in, which I'm telling you, Aquarius, you've had issues with in the past of giving too much to people that didn't deserve it, you know, putting time and energy into things that weren't giving it back. A part of being an Aquarius is that you're a humanitarianist at heart. So while that's beautiful, it also opens you up to be taken advantage of and manipulated. And so Aquarius, in the past year of readings, it's been all about discernment and, being more thoughtful in what you're lending your energy to, because I think your first instinct is to take people in, care, show that humanitarianist part of you, to show understanding, and although that's what makes you beautiful and that's what makes you an Aquarius, it also can set you up to be manipulated. So I think that energy is, you've left in the past of 2019, right? So you've seen the bigger picture now, ready to start anew, be more assertive and fiery in your presence. Empress energy here. So you've been showing up as the Empress. Page of Cups. So, Aquarius, the Empress energy is, and this showed up in Sagittarius's reading. So some of you definitely have Sag in your chart or dealing with one, okay? But this is that being patient, you know, in your energy and not really forcing outcomes, not really chasing down, you know, things, people, emotions. It's this energy being somewhat indifferent, you know, but focused on self and letting and allowing things to come to you. There is an emotional new beginning here with the Page of Cups, okay? For some of you, there's a new connection here. Ooh, Ten of Cups. Big connection. Okay. I have a song in my head. Can I get a connection? Can I get a connection? Who's that? That is Connection by One Republic. So, the Empress here, Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. Sweet. The World, and then the Queen of Pentacles. So even though you're an air sign, all right, you're showing up as a more earthy energy and fire energy, okay? So I think that, you know, it is a very assertive vibe when you combine these two energies, all right? But it's also a soft energy. So you're not like a cold hard bee, you know what I'm saying? You're embodying Empress-like qualities, whether you're male or female. Because remember, men, you can be soft too, okay? Let's not get into gender issues here, okay? So like male or female, you're being more empathetic. You're being like softer, a more understanding version of you, Aquarius. Okay, a more emotionally, you're opening up emotionally a little bit, a teeny bit, like to new connections. But mostly where you're opened up emotionally is within your current social circle, friends, family, finding a lot of emotional fulfillment in that arena. And feeling successful, feeling on top of the world this week. Again, the Queen of Pentacles here is the same kind of energy where it's like investing a lot of time and energy into your craft, into your job, into your health, into your wealth, you know, because you see the big picture now, right? So you see how it's all connected. When you don't take care of yourself or you get all in your head, nothing comes to fruition. All right, and if you haven't made that connection yet, time to make that connection, you know? When you're being your authentic self, but also being empathetic, not a pushover though, then you draw all of this into you. And this is a lot of emotional fulfillment and a new connection here, okay, for some of you. Feeling successful, feeling connected to nature, connected to animals for some of you. Man, if I was titling this reading, it would be connection, because that word is sticking out to me so much. Can I get a connection? I think you're going to get a connection this week. So we'll see. What's the Page of Cups? Yeah, Queen of Cups. What's the Ten of Cups? Six of Cups. What's the World? The World. Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups. Yep, as I say, you're gonna get a connection. Ring a ding ding ding. I don't know. That's what popped in my mind. Ring a ding ding ding. I don't think phones ring like that. I don't think phones ring like that anymore. That's how my brain works. That's what I heard. Sorry, I embarrassed myself at that one. Okay, yeah, that's that connection. So, Aquarius, the Page of Cups over the Queen of Cups. This is emotionally expressing yourself, expressing your emotions. This is a bit of a vulnerable vibe. It's also a highly intuitive vibe. It is a highly empathic vibe. And 2020 highlighted for all Aquariuses your psychic 12th house. So the 12th house is being highlighted for Aquarius in the year 2020. Now, the 12th house is all about the occult, the underworld, your shadow side, but it is also a highly psychic energy. It is a highly spiritual, intuitive energy. So a lot of Aquariuses are going to be tapping into that. And if you notice, a lot of the card readers, a lot of the people on YouTube are Aquarius. There's a reason for that. So for some of you, that's what's opening up here. For others of you, it's just like, yeah, being more of your emotional self, which you're not always in tune with if you're honest with yourself, but I feel like you're definitely connecting with your more emotional being and being more receptive emotionally, being more receptive. You've been closed off for a long time, and now I see that opening up. Some of you may give a heartfelt apology or receive a heartfelt connection, olive branch apology. It'll be different for each of you, and it's genuine. And I feel like this makes you very happy. Could be from someone from the past with the 6 of Cups here and the 10 of Cups. That you know, if you've been wanting to connect with someone, I definitely see that's a big possibility this week. And you're going to get the big picture as well. Okay, so there might be a conversation here about why someone walked away, and you know whatever the cycle was about. And I feel like you'll be very understanding and empathetic here, but not naive, you know. So I could definitely see that's a possibility. Okay. Now, not all of you are going to have that. For others of you, it's just connecting with your more emotional self. All right, but in a good way. Some of you are finding a lot of enjoyment in the family with your children. All right, or someone from your past, like I said, being more in a motherly energy, whether you're male or female. Some of you are going to communicate, you know, your feelings here and really put it on the line, or really be vulnerable, okay? And that is, I would usually say that's terrifying, but I feel like Aquarius, you've built yourself up. Like, you're confident enough in yourself and how you feel that you are able to do this. Sorry. Oh my gosh, my phone is dying. Hold on. Sorry. All right, now I have to move. I don't know where else to move, guys. Wow, right in the middle of the reading. Perfect. Sorry. All right, so we're gonna get all angles of my room today. I know I need a curtain. I just moved in here. Give me time. Oh, my makeup's running. All right. Well, it wouldn't be me if this didn't happen. So, sorry. Okay. Back to you, Aquarius. Basically, what I'm saying to you is, yeah. You're going to let that famous Aquarius detached wall come down for a moment. Not in a negative way. Not in a naive, not in a messy, emotional way. This is confidence. And I feel like you're able to do this because, and here's what I was getting ready to say, because you are now confident that you could be emotionally vulnerable and it won't sway the outcome or the decision. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people will be afraid to open up because they fear okay, If I open up and this person responds this way or this way, then it's going to throw me off. It's going to put me in my head. It's going to whatever. And I think your stance at this point, Aquarius, is like, there's nothing that's going to throw me off. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if it's reciprocated. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, because I know the path that I'm going to go on regardless. Does that make sense? I don't think I'm making sense, but that's what I'm feeling here. Like, the confidence is key. Okay. You know, and that could be, I feel it's your energy, but it also could be someone you're dealing with. Don't forget, these can be vice versa. There's a water sign here predominantly that may be communicating here, or you may be communicating with, but I also have heavy earth here in Aries. And it's all about that connection. So, Aries energy, like I said, Sagittarius vibes. Also, if you have Sagittarius in your Venus, Moon, or Rising, check that out because it's very similar. Taurus vibes, heavy water. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here. It's more water than anything. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, I feel. All right. Pisces. It's my dryer. Even though I tell my family I'm going live, so don't make noise, don't put the dryer on. You know what they do? They do it anyways. I can't help it. So if you hear my dryer, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. It's just the way my room is set up. Pisces. Whoa, okay. We're going to take all of them. Pisces. Judgment here, which is, this talks about the past. So past decisions here, resurfacing. The Emperor, gaining wisdom this week. And then the Five of Wands, test. All right, so you might have been tested in the past, you know. Made some bad decisions in the past, not well thought out decisions, impulsive decisions maybe. But it's grown you and made you wiser, okay? And put you in more of an energy of being more discerning, you know, wanting to be more in control of things that challenge you, all right? There might be past issues resurfacing or past lessons resurfacing, and this energy is saying, Pisces, you know better, or you've been here before. You're going to grow from this or not. If you've been seeing the red flags in a situation, all right, there needs to be some decisions here. Use your wisdom, okay? Now, some of you might be dealing with the Emperor, all right? Not my favorite character, but you might be dealing with someone that really challenges you, that you have past history with, that likes to be in control. This says communication is key. So I think that this is Gemini energy here now. It's going to be important, you know, in the way in which you communicate. You know, you might be really challenged here, all right? And this is saying take the wise approach, okay? Think it through before you speak, all right? Don't be willy-nilly putting it all out there, all right? Which I don't think you usually would do that because you're Pisces, but if you have Gemini in your moon or rising, you might. And then this is about your 6th house. So this is work. Some of you, this might be work related. You may have a very demanding job or controlling boss for some of you. For others of you, this is just wanting to be more in control of decisions, maybe have a more independent role in your career sector. But this also talks about your well-being, your health, your diet, which is not surprising, right? Because 20 it's the new year, so like most people make New Year's resolutions to be better. Okay, so you might be focusing on that, your daily rituals. Might be learning some new skills as well. Okay. Whoa, Five of Swords. The Tower. The Queen of Cups, Three of Cups. Oh. The Wheel, Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups. And then you had one shoot out all the way over there, so give me a moment. All right, and then the Four of Pentacles shot out. Okay, well, that got interesting, Pisces. So, Five of Swords, the Tower here. This is like, oh. I feel like some of you feel like you have to pick up other people's work. You know, and if that's the case in the workplace, it might be a little bit unstable. You may need to communicate that, you know, and be like, hey, I'm constantly picking up after someone else, or something to do with that. Okay. For others of you, this is kind of feeling defeated. There might be a Tower moment here that makes you quite emotional. I feel there might be confusion surrounding the situation. It's karmic, though. Nothing you can do to stop this. So this is change that needs to happen. Okay, and so there's definitely change here this upcoming week. You know, and I feel that it might put you on the defense. You know, you might be holding some grudges for a few of you emotionally, holding on to something that you need to let go of. And it could be past energy, past lessons learned. You know, it's okay to experience things and experience lessons in life, but you don't hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if someone's hurt you, you've learned your lesson. Not, you know, in whatever that was, maybe not to ignore the red flags, but you don't then take that lesson and apply it to everybody universally, assuming that everybody's going to hurt you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an example of holding on to old hurts. I feel like you might be keeping to yourself emotionally, okay, for sure. You're showing up in your element, though, so very empathic type of vibe here, very intuitive type of vibe, very in tune with your emotions here. Okay. For some of you, if you've had a past defeat, there might be, or a situation that you felt was lose-lose, there might be a reconciliation of that situation, but caution. Like, if you had somebody that's from the past that has nasty energy around them and you reconcile, I feel like it will cause confusion and it will end just as quick as it begins and put you back in your emotions and put you back on the defense and holding on, and you just got over that, so why do you want to go back into that? You know? So be careful who you allow in your heart space, Pisces, because you've been through this before and you need to be wiser. I do want to know what this is about here. And this certainly you could be dealing with another person, although I feel this is your energy, but you could be dealing with another person that is you know what I just heard? I heard mine. like, like, cause like, you know, the seagulls in Finding Nemo. And I did sense that some of you were dealing with a controlling person here that might be very protective, which is okay. But if it's possessive, that's different. Know the difference. Okay, some of you might be dealing with that. And there might be a shakeup here this week or a change that causes some confusion here. All right. Yep. Okay, 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups, walking away. All right, so someone, you know, it's definitely a kind of a shadow work type of week. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's like walking away from past hurts. You know, you might be hurt, Pisces, and needing to walk away from that energy, walk away from that defeatist attitude. Can be hard to do, right? When things feel shaky, when things feel out of your control, when you're confused, when emotionally you're, you know, not certain, you know, not wanting to be vulnerable. Can be hard to do that, right? But you've overcome in the past, and so you shall again. Okay, so use that wisdom to your advantage. If you want to channel this energy in a healthy way, focus on your health, exercise, walk, keep active, put your brain into your hobbies, work, learn something new. Okay, because if you let this emotional, whatever this is, overcome, then it's going to block your energy. So a good way to overcome that when we're heavy in our minds, heavy in our emotions, is to place ourselves in the present moment, menial tasks, cleaning the dishes, you know, things that we don't really want to do, but we need to do, cleaning, making yourself do an activity where you have to be fully present in that moment, even if it's only 5 minutes, even if it's only 10 minutes, you know, whatever. I think that will help. Adjustments are going to be required this week, okay? So Pisces, deep reading, but don't feel alone because almost all of the zodiac signs I've done today had deep readings, okay? So hang in there. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer, an Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini. Some of you small possibility of air, Aquarius or Libra. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. I'm wishing you guys the very best, and thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for your support. So I do plan to go live right after this, just for my members only. And I think I'm just going to randomly pick some people out of the chat and pull some cards. So if you're a member, catch me in a moment. The link will be shared on my community section, and you'll only be able to view it if you're a member. For the rest of you, you certainly could become a member at any time, but you don't have to. I'm just happy you're here. Whether you like, share, and subscribe, that's cool. Also, check out my social media. I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram, I have another YouTube that I do just random talks about tarot, zodiac signs, astrology, what's going on in my life. All of that's linked down below, so you can follow me on any of those websites. And yeah, I think that's it. Did I say I was going to do something? I was going to show you guys my puppy. Daisy! Daisy! Oh wait, I think somebody let her out. They let her out of the room. She's not in here anymore. Never mind. Oh wait, is she in here? Daisy, come here. No, she's not in here. I'm talking to myself. Well, thank you guys for joining me anyways. Thank you so much for all your support. Love you guys. I'll show you to her next time. I don't know. But I'm wishing you a very beautiful week. I hope that everything goes well for you, and I will catch you next week. Bye. Namaste.